24 ended.
All right, we've still got a little while before our next matchup here on pitch number 1. It'll be the LA Gambits taking on the number 1 seed University of Texas at Austin. But while we have a moment, talking now with one of the top players for the BG Quidditch program, Dan Doherty. Dan, team comes up a little bit short this year, just missed out on the final 24 of the bracket. But talk about your team's overall performance in World Cup 8.
Yeah, it was awesome. I couldn't be more happy with them. We lost to 2 extremely good teams in the regional champions of Maryland and Tufts. But other than that, our other 3 wins were solid, dominating wins, and so I couldn't ask for more from my team.
And you're certainly one of the more experienced players here at the World Cup. This year we're here in beautiful Rock Hill, South Carolina. Couldn't have better conditions. A little bit of wind has made it nice today for the players. Had some dehydration issues with the warmer conditions yesterday. But last year in North Myrtle Beach, the year prior to that in Kissimmee, Florida, what have you liked about being in Rock Hill, South Carolina this year?
Oh my gosh, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a perfect facility for everything. The setup is perfect. They have the turf fields, which is awesome. And then just the surrounding area is just a beautiful area to be in for the weekend.
And you can't say enough about Manchester Meadows Complex. I mean, total of 10 fields here. We're here at pitch number 1, where we will see the championship game and plenty of games to come. Looking forward for BG Quidditch, where do you guys have to continue to get better as a program to get right back here to the World Cup and move on a little bit farther in the tournament?
We were fortunate enough to have our JV team, the Falcon Warriors, make it to World Cup this year. So being able to have 42 players get World Cup experience and develop, we're losing anywhere from 4 to 7 or so players. So just being able to replenish it with a bunch of World Cup experienced players will just go a long way for getting back to where we are.
Now, where do you see your future here in the Quidditch world? You're going to move on, play for another team, maybe back with Bowling Green next year. Where are you at?
I haven't fully decided yet. I am coaching the Cleveland Rift for the Major League Quidditch this summer. Beyond that, not 100% sure. I've been juggling around just coaching BG, playing for BG, playing for community team, or just hanging up the cleats all together.
Okay, well, Dan, thank you for your time. Congrats on your team's success this year at the World Cup. Didn't make the final 24, but once again, congratulations on your team performance and best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Brad.
Dan Doherty, one of the top players for the BG Quidditch program. We'll be back with the LA Gambits taking on Texas right here on the USQ live stream. Back here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, some score updates for you after the first round of bracket play. Black Tips a 110-60 win over Crimson Elite. NYU a 150-40 win over Arkansas. Lone Star moving on after defeating Minnesota 100-30. And Virginia, maybe a little bit of a surprise, knocking out Tufts 70-40. And then the Spartans with a 170-130 win over Emerson in the first overtime. And finally, the Warriors a 120-100 win over Boston.
Yep, in that series, Tufts was that loss was definitely the biggest upset in the bracket of 24. But everybody's fighting hard, and it's good to see a little bit of a mix-up.
The two-time defending World Cup champions in the orange and white. Los Angeles Gambits in the purple and black.
As we get ready for our next matchup, the Los Angeles Gambits coming off that big win against Baylor, now going to go against the #1 seed, the University of Texas at Austin.
In their game against Baylor,
UT with a little bit of a leg up, big first seed. They got to bye, got to chill out a little bit during that best of 24. Gambit coming out of a very hard-fought game against Baylor, so we're going to see how that works for them. They have an incredible stamina. The athleticism is great, so I doubt they'll tire out really. But being 100% fresh for UT is going to have its advantages.
Texas will be in their orange uniforms with white shorts, and that's the black and purple for the Gambits. This is where Texas starts their run to try and defend their title in bracket play. Could they be a 3-time World Cup champion? Once again, we're going to have another packed house for this one.
Absolutely, yeah. Every time a UT game shows up, people get excited. But I feel like the Gambits have quickly grown in popularity just even through this tournament.
A lot of West Coast chants that we heard
Yes,
in that
absolutely.
game against Baylor for those fans that did not want to see a Texas team move on.
It's understandable. People just want a little bit of change and a little bit of mix-up here. I remember the first thing I learned, one of the first things I learned about Quidditch when I started playing was Texas dominates. But
We said it, don't mess with Texas.
that's right. But it looks like the teams here for this tournament are definitely looking to change that up with a Texas team, very fine Texas team, getting knocked out.
A little bit of breezy conditions right now
Just
as
about set to
the
go
sun
here. #1
has
seed
gone behind the
Texas.
clouds for
Austin,
the better
Texas.
half of this day.
Number 16 seed LA Gambits.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the players are pretty happy about it. Maybe throwing off a throw or two, but feeling the comfort of that breeze and without the sun, I think I'd take that any day.
Fans continuing to file in here to Carlisle Field, the Manchester Meadows Complex in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Both teams in their respective huddles will get things going momentarily.
Absolutely. You're seeing more and more jerseys fill the stands as well with teams who were eliminated, showing some respect to the teams moving on, and hopefully just going to enjoy some good games of Quidditch.
Referees gathering, making some final comments before we get this one going. The matchup that will take place behind us on pitch 2 will be Blue Mountain Quidditch taking on the University of Rochester. You'll remember that Blue Mountain Quidditch knocked Missouri out of bracket play in their first matchup in the final 24 teams.
That is right, and Blue Mountain State looking very strong in this tournament as well. As University of Texas just finishes up with their trademark chant. And Gambit's getting through theirs right now.
You want to try that at an opportune moment?
Texas is certainly fired up for this one. The Gambits breaking out of their huddle. It's going to be important for the Gambits to really have to stick to their game plan in this one. They're certainly going to be the team that's going to be a little bit more tired, already playing the first game of bracket play to get to this point.
And you know, against University of Texas, I think, honestly, they need a new game plan. Not that theirs hasn't worked out for them, obviously, but you definitely need to change things up against a team like this because they pick up to what you're doing pretty quick.
That's the BMQC. Blue Mountain. There's going to be a commentator down there. That's as far as the micro reach, and they'll be on the global sound system. Okay. That's going to be starting at the first semifinal. Okay. They will just be announcing like the landmarks in the game, scores, fouls, substitutions, objective stuff. No like qualitative. You guys will be doing whatever you want over here on the commentary. Okay. Does that sound good?
Two teams are lined up here on Carlisle Field, Texas, and the Los Angeles Gambits getting ready to go. Once again, I am Brad Woznicki, and joining me is Joey Dennis.
So happy to be back for a game like this. University of Texas games are always wonderful to see, especially against a team that Gambit has shown the caliber they can be.
Well, we had to go through some contract negotiations to make sure you were back on the broadcast with us. No, it was a tough deal dealing with your agent, but we got you back.
Well, you know, sometimes the price is worth paying.
Two teams lined up, the referees making their way out onto the pitch. Rooms up momentarily. Snitch ready to go at midfield.
I feel the tension at the kickoff right now.
Brooms up, and here we go. It's Texas taking on the LA Gambits. And it's going to be bludger control early for Texas along with the Quaffle. Texas, the #1 team, just 2 losses the entire season, including the World Cup.
That's right, and interestingly enough, as soon as they got that bludger control, they switched out to 2 other beaters. Maybe they had some chasers beating just to get that quick control and then sub out. Definitely an excellent tactic.
As Texas comes up short on their first offensive possession, it'll be the Gambit's turn, and no surprise, they're slowing it down. Hopefully this pace, if you're the Gambits, will try and take the energy out of Texas, as Texas is going to apply as much pressure as they can. The Quaffle is loose behind the Gambits' goal.
All right, some great playing.
Bludger play from Texas.
Getting really aggressive over there with that bludger. Kind of dangerous. He might lose control, but he maintained it and doing all right.
Scoreless here in the early going. Plenty of fans and players whose teams have been eliminated crowded around the pitch for this one. The stands are full. Already seeing some of the similar play in this game that we saw from Texas State taking on Lone Star in the second half of yesterday's competition.
That's right, and it's a very defensive offense. It's interesting to see. Excellent beat.
A good bludger play there. Quaffle still in the possession of the Gambits. It's Peter Rainball who had it for a moment. Now the Gambits looking to push. They found some space up the middle with a couple of bludgers loose. And a pass in front and miscommunication. I think also Rainbow had been knocked down by the bludger.
A couple of immediate beats there. And,
had some substitutions for Texas.
slips through the first player. A little bit of an overpass. That's all right. Gambit's going to get it back.
So another quick possession for Texas. Gambit's going to try and keep this low scoring. One of the bludgers is loose right now, and that one is kicked back.
Some great playing and battling for that bludger control. They know just how important it is, especially when you're playing such a cautious and defensive game of Quidditch.
Delayed penalty coming up. One of these sideline referees has his hand in the air.
Oh!
Quaffle tossed back, and here comes the penalty.
Call that around the back.
And it's going to be a penalty for Texas.
Penalty, Texas with a man in the box.
It's going to go against
1 minute penalty.
number 4. That is Aaron Goddessy.
He had a great hit at first, but as soon as he reinitiated contact, it was around the back. Sometimes you just get in that moment, especially as soon as you take him down, you want to get right back on him and make sure you get that quaffle.
For this Gambits team, it was Edgar Pavlovsky that got the Gambits to this position with the snitch snatch. Referees talking things over with one of the captains for the Texas team.
Not sure what are they talking about, debating about the yellow card play, or
They issued a blue.
something else maybe?
So it will be a man advantage for the Gambits
Blue card on Texas.
as we get ready to resume play.
Gambits with a 2-man advantage.
May have actually
One man, pardon me.
may have actually been the first blue card we've seen on this field today.
Might have been the first one we've seen here in the World Cup on pitch 1.
Period. Yeah, that's true.
Now we'll see how this changes the attack for the Gambits as they try and push the quaffle forward.
A little bit of a fumble there. Oh.
The ball kicked away. Maybe a smart play there with a bludger in range.
Great bludger defense. Didn't actually notice when Gambits got bludger controlled, but now that they have it, I think they're going to try to see if they can make that slow control offense work.
Well, you mentioned that you thought Texas was being a little bit sloppy with their bludger play as that one is slammed home.
Gambits 10, Texas.
10-0 Gambits. Putting that one home was Tony Rodriguez.
And that was an excellent way to get on the board. I love seeing it.
And immediately here comes the West Coast chance. Could the Gambits knock out another Texas team? And that time Rodriguez was beat. Possession of the quaffle, Texas. Now an errant throw. The quaffle is loose. Good bludger play.
Kick. Oh,
Shot is tipped.
Great job. He's fighting through
The extra
it.
effort and reaching up and snatching that one down was Aaron Goddessy.
Got to see with an excellent job for the quaffle.
What a save. Keeps it a 1-goal game. Bludger play trying to clear some space
Ooh.
up front.
Excellent play from number 23. Getting
Right back the other way. So Texas gains bludger control, and they tie this one up at a goal apiece.
You know what? I think that's where we're going to see most of these goals, though, because these teams have such a great defense. They need to get in there fast, make a really clean pass, and straight into the goal every time.
That was Nicholas Marino putting that one home for Texas. And unsuccessful on that offensive attack for the Gambits. Quaffle in possession of Texas.
Just a little hesitant to pass it.
So now we get to figure out what's actually going on.
Yeah, okay, they're going to connect this down. Because I had no idea what that was.
Again, if you're just joining us, we are into the round of 16. As Texas has gone in front for the first time today. It's their keeper scoring that one. Number 10, Augustine Monroe.
Made it a little easy for Monroe. Got a little too timid on the defense there. Oh, and an overthrow.
Pavlovsky with the flip to the keeper.
They're going.
A lot of contact. Rodriguez brought down.
Delayed penalty.
Penalty coming up here. If you're just joining us, want to mention the scores from the first round here in bracket play. As New York University defeated the University of Arkansas 150-40, Virginia 70-40 win over Tufts, and Lone Star a 100-30 win over Minnesota, a 120-100 win for the Warriors over QC Boston, and Blue Mountain QC an 80-40 win over Missouri. And the Gambits have tied this one up at 20.
Yeah, man, that was the closest thing I've ever seen to a free throw in a Quidditch game. Number 54 for University of Texas back out on the field, thankfully.
So we're back to even strength.
Monroe showing some great footwork right now.
Pass, and the shot well high. It might have been a passing attempt, a little bit tough to tell from our angle.
And that is cleared for the Gambits keeper.
Blue Mountain 20, Rochester 10.
Score update that we do have for you. Blue Mountain Quidditch, a 20-10 lead over the University of Rochester.
Even the players without the quaffle anywhere near getting physical with each other.
Quaffle in midfield now.
Charge
the Gambits
right
trying to advance it. The shot denied.
Great play by Monroe.
Monroe with the save. That was Kyle Epstein with the shot attempt for the Gambits. Texas trying to clear out some room up front. They've got some space up there. Bludger control for the Gambits. Now a shot attempt and put through.
Texas fight.
Guess who?
Longhorns lead.
Augustine Monroe.
Excellent job on that. And I want to say that that's their first lead.
That is actually their second lead. They went up 20-10.
Oh, did they? Okay. Now it's 30-10 or 30-20.
30-20 our score here on pitch number one, as Blue Mountain Quidditch now has a 20-point lead over the University of Rochester. Yeah, big tackle there. The Quaffle still in possession of the Gambits.
Had to back off after that one, off his broom.
In possession of the quaffle right now is Epstein. The tackle unsuccessful, but the quaffle is knocked loose. And now the bludger play will be a turnover. It looks like it should be Texas quaffle.
Yes.
Great pressure that time for Texas from Casey Irwin, number 2, one of the captains.
After beat, it will be Texas ball.
So it's Texas with the quaffle, approaching midfield.
Absolutely, and it looks like they're setting up.
Still bludger control, though, for the Gambits. Texas doing a good job of trying to clear some space up front.
Doing an excellent job.
Now it's going to be one-on-one on the outside, dragging the defender. Oh, that one put through. What an effort.
Through 2 tackles, Texas goal. 40-20.
Texas has doubled up the Gambits. Ryan Davis, number 94, with the score.
And that was a great fight right to the goal.
(40-20) our score. Ballful control for the Gambits. Texas bringing a lot of pressure towards midfield with 4 players there.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous for a breakaway, but if they get the ball, it'll be easier for them to score, that's for sure.
Spin move, unsuccessful. Davis couldn't rip the quaffle away, though. Here's a chance for the Gambits. Augustine got a hand on it. Augustine Monroe, the keeper, doing a nice job for Texas as they look to continue to build their lead.
Absolutely, always a strong player for his team. And we see the setup over here. Oh.
What a tackle.
Wow.
Texas retains possession.
Now that was an excellent play.
No good on that shot attempt. Score remains 40-20. The crowd applauding that effort.
That's a great defense by the Gambits. 33 made himself look unstoppable at first for that offense.
This is the round of 16 here at Carlisle Field at the Manchester Meadows Complex in Rock Hill, South Carolina. World Cup 8.
Plenty of cross beats, but that cross beat was in favor of the Gambits because it got them control back. Gambits have to back off here. Oh, and a great dodge by number 20 and a pass in.
Oh! Off the hands of Julie Brightgam, excuse me.
Great alley, but can't complete the U.
That was a nice pass that it had there from Ren Bettendorf, just couldn't complete the play. Another goal for Texas. That is 4 unanswered goals.
That was purely just the speed and footwork right there.
The fatigue starting to set in a little bit perhaps for the Gambits. Texas showing why they're the 2-time defending World Cup champs. Gambits desperately need a goal. This is Bettendorf.
Solid spin move. Oh, an 18 step.
Oh, the effort there nearly gave Texas a 4-goal lead, but luckily enough, the bludger play from the Gambits keeps it at just 3 goals.
Yep, three is definitely the difference where you can't have them breaking away any farther. You really have to stop, make your stance, make a statement. Setting up the same defense, it looks like, setting up a very similar offense.
Near tackle, and the Quaffle thrown back into the Gambits backfield. And a stoppage in play.
Time for Broken Broom.
Broken broom for one of the Texas players, that is number 27, Haley Pace.
Quick reparo.
Here's Epstein, tackle.
Great tackle.
Able to get rid of the Quaffle. Bludger control remains
neat.
important, but Texas, with their one bludger, causes the turnover. That's a physical play.
Number 79 getting in there, trying to come out with a quick goal on that one.
Bludger play up front. Quaffle thrown well over the goals.
Great job.
Too high. Gambits take possession.
Now that was a golden play if I ever saw one.
Still a 3-goal game. Texas going to make a couple of substitutions as they have regained control of the Quaffle.
Curious if this is a more offensive switch out. I know they have a great diversity in their team, and if they just have that ability to switch between what play style they want to do based on the players that they have available.
Oh, the pass in front. A near deflection turns into a goal. That's Nicholas Marino.
Texas.
4-goal lead for the top seed, Texas.
And that goal is huge because now the snitch needs a little bit of protection when he comes out.
5 unanswered goals for Texas. Now bludger play, the Quaffle is loose behind the Gambit's goal. Coming flying in there for Texas was number 54, Austin Dixon.
Aggressive defenses have been very popular in this tournament, and I haven't been used to seeing them at all, really.
You're seeing so much pressure at the midfield, not even giving a team like the Gambits, that we've seen this one, a chance to get a good high percentage look. Misplay on the bludger, and the Gambits do have a chance, though.
Scooped up.
Scooped up, turnings, over. Yes, that one is good. No, there's one referee that said it was good. There's another referee that said it wasn't.
Goal was disallowed.
So the goal no good. It stays a 4-goal
No
game.
goal. 16-20 is still our score.
And now it's another goal for Texas. 6 unanswered.
Gambits 20.
Gambit's clearly displeased with that call. 12 getting a little aggressive there.
That was Aaron Gonacy putting that one home and making it a 50-point lead for Texas.
Not that bad. The judge behind us.
Long pass.
Great pass.
Behind the goals. Dunking that one in. No doubt that time.
There's no way that you can debate that one.
Ren Bettendorf scoring that one
Texas lead 70.
for the Gambits.
Have a snitch and a seeker.
Oh, and the deflection in front. Quaffle loose, picked up by Texas. Another chance. That one nearly tipped in.
Out. Won't go. 70-30 our score. Texas leads.
Gambit's getting out a bigger seeker to try to defend the snitch as best he can.
The snitch is loose on the pitch.
I'm curious with how slow a game the Gambits have been playing, possibly because they're tired. If they get up to 40, will they decide to try and tie it?
A chance for Texas. Can they hold on? Yes. 80-30, 50-point lead for Texas. The seeker right now for Texas is William King, number 41. But the snitch is going to have some chance from number 8, Epstein, for the moment at least, from the Gambits. This is where Texas has got to step up their bludger play and create some space for King. King's got a little bit of running room going at the snitch, unable to make the snatch.
Stoppage of play.
Fairly enthralled with the snitch game right now. Might want to watch the quaffle a little bit.
Yellow card to Texas. Low tackle. 1 minute in the box.
And a reset by the Gambits.
Bludger control is now in favor of Texas, so you really got to keep your eye on the seeker. The new seeker for Texas is number 72. That is Evan Carr. As Texas going to try and score another one. They do. 60-point lead, the largest for Texas. Carr going to work on this snitch. Good one-on-one play. A lot of space and time. And now the seeker returns for the Gambits. It's Carr going to go back to work. 1-on-2.
Another slow setup.
Good job by Epstein. The Gambits put one home to get the lead back down to 50.
Excellent shot.
Carr needs a little bit of space, gets some bludger help. Now it's one-on-one against the snitch. Carr really going to work. Seeing good use of the length there from the snitch as the bludger play comes in. Carr still going to go one-on-one.
Snitch getting unfortunately surrounded. Trying to use the other seeker as a body blocker for one of the beaters.
In front, Monroe's pass sets up another score for Texas. Kenny Chilton. Now a stoppage in play, brooms down. And we have a card coming up for the Gambits.
Goal allowed. 100.
They're just going to make 40. The decision that it was a goal. So Texas, the first to 100 in this matchup. It's 100-40. Back to a 60-point lead, tying the largest lead of the match for Texas.
As soon as that beater got, a great shot.
That's right back to a 5-goal game. It's William King, the new seeker for Texas. Now his car is going to get a rest. Good effort there. King goes back to his goal after dropping the broom.
A little bit of miscommunication there from the beaters. And a fantastic catch.
Now can the Gambits turn around and make it a 4-goal game?
Great fancy footwork there.
And the bludger play will give the snitch a little bit of rest for the moment. And the tackle. Look at that one from number 2, Casey Irwin, right at midfield.
Doing a great job there, stopping the rush. Speaking of rush, I think if the Gambits want to have a chance here, but they need to speed up their quaffle play a little bit.
It's Carr going after the snitch. But the new seeker is Alexander Richardson for the Gambits. Bludger play, though, going to protect the snitch for the moment. Good bludger play that time from Tana Helm, number 33. Carr one-on-one with the snitch. Trying to be as physical as possible, just trying to really bowl his way into the body of the snitch. Now the seeker comes in to help. A 5-goal lead for Texas, 100-50 our score. And
big hit, stoppage of play.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the 4th seeker we've seen come out.
Yellow card.
And a yellow card coming up. That's going to be the man advantage for Texas.
Gambits will be 1 man down without their keeper.
Rodriguez definitely not happy with that call, but
now the keeper that's going to take over for the moment for the Gambits will be number 20, Ren Bettendorf. Quaffle controlled by Texas. Going to go right down the middle for a score chance. No bludgers in the area.
Oh, a great block.
Oh, trying to stop it. Oh, look at the effort. The defense from the Gambits. We have a new seeker for Texas. It is Kenny Chilton.
Texas scores.
Texas has pushed their lead back up to 6 goals. Once again, Texas has made an adjustment in their seeker. Back out there is William King.
Oh.
And the effort comes up a little bit short that time
for
King, as the goal will count for the Gambits. It's back to a 5-goal game.
32's instincts kind of kicked in there and put his hand through the goal, but you can only do that as a keeper.
Gambits need 2 more before they can attack the snitch. Good bludger play, and it's going to be 1-on-1. Carr versus the snitch.
And he will not let up, but he is beat.
Good bludger play from the Gambits. Spot in the Elite 8 on the line. And the snitch was knocked down. Carr got very physical.
Stoppage of play. Bludger awarded.
And it's going to be a handicap, I believe, now for the snitch, down to 1 arm.
Quaffle awarded to Gambits.
As of right now, it's still going to be 2 hands on the referee's signal. Now it's a 4-goal game.
10-70.
Fantastic hustle.
1 more for the Gambits, and things are really going to get interesting. The effort from Chilton.
I believe that's one of UT's captains seeking now.
Well-earned water break, Snitch. You earned it.
A stoppage in play. The referees conferring right now. Our score 110-70.
Yeah, let's
favor
hear it from
of
Snitch. Who wants
Texas.
to see this game keep going?
Attaboy, Snitch. I know running for you. Looks like we had a dysfunctional bludger, which retrieve a new one. And off we go again.
Bludger control for Texas. Excuse me, bludger control for the Gambits right now.
Gambits, yes, sir.
It's Chilton working against the snitch for Texas.
As hard as
Chilton,
they can.
look at the aggressiveness. And puts the snitch down on the pitch.
Absolutely. That felt good, didn't it?
It did. It did. Chilton looking for some space as the seeker, Pavlovsky, giving some protection to the snitch right now.
24 in the costume contest. Please vote for me in the costume contest, number 24.
Chilton one-on-one. He is beat. Monroe on the outside for Texas as they try and push their lead back to 5 goals. It is bowling his way in there, number 32
120
for Texas.
70.
That's Peyton Pace. Back to a 5-goal lead for the number 1 seed.
Pace, kind of a little staple in Quidditch history, being the only player to have a belly shirt jersey.
I thought they ruled that out after the Ohio State football team this year with Ezekiel Elliott, but not here in Quidditch.
Not in Quidditch.
Waffle loose for a moment, but now picked up. Gambits have it. Need to get it back down to a 4-goal lead, maybe 3 if they can. The seeker right now is William King for Texas. Pavlovsky still providing the protection for the snitch as the Gambit's trying to get back into it.
Yep. Pace giving Monroe the ball. A few substitutions here for University.
Oh, right up there! The snitch has been snatched. Look at that, William King, the diving effort, and that should be it. We'll wait for confirmation. Is Texas moving on? Yes, they are.
Absolutely.
You can't count out the effort from the Los Angeles Gambits. One of the first-year teams.
Texas
Nearly had a spot in the Elite Eight, but they faced the number 1 overall seed in bracket play. Texas continues on their chance for a three-peat.
That's right. And the Gambits did a fantastic job. Nothing should be taken away from them here, especially having to go back-to-back and then fight against the number 1 seed. And it was very far from a one-sided game, really.
Want to remind everyone that at the closing ceremony tonight, we'll be recognizing 3 teams with sportsmanship, best chant, and best uniform awards. It's up to you to vote for the winners. Pick up ballots to vote at the info booth. Once again, vote for your choice for sportsmanship, best chant, and best uniform at the info booth. Once again, your final, Texas moving on with a 150-70 win over the Los Angeles Gambits. Stay with us here on the U.S. Quidditch live stream.